son, Bono, his friend, Gabriel, his brother, and the conflicts they have in their home, and everything that surrounds a protagonist, his experiences with his, the past generation of racism, how it affects his life, and how it contributes to the development of the play to the end of the play. The resultant effect of his experiences, how it tears apart his family to the end of the play. So, but I gave you assignments after discussion on the plot. I gave you an assignment to write on. I asked you to read the play thoroughly. After reading it, you state what to deduce from the play in relation to the title, Fences. That what makes it have any connection to the title. Is there anything in the play that makes it to have any connection with the title, the Fences? So indirectly, I ask you to write the significance of fences in the play. I'm changing the question now. Look at it. I ask you to read it thoroughly, then you write what you deduce from the play in relation to the title, Fences. So what I ask you to do is show the significance of fences in the play. Is it really obtainable in the play? Is there anything like fences in the story? That's just what I asked you to do. So today we'll talk about it, and you see that throughout the fences, you see that through the characters of these people, that the title is made manifest through their characters. Alright? Although the fence being talked about in the play is a physical fence found for protection, to give you security. That's the mention, the one we see in the play. And it manifests through the character of Rose. She asked the husband to erect a fence. She's been telling the husband to build this particular fence, but the husband never has a time. So she keeps on reminding the husband, please build this fence for me. I need to erect this fence. And why? To what purpose? We also see the answer through the character of Bono. And Bono is Troy's good friend for 30-something years. When you were asking, why did she want us to erect this fence in the first place? He now says yes, because Rose is your wife and she loves you. She loves her family. She wants you to build the fence to protect her family, to keep her family together in love, to be inside the house, protected under the one umbrella that is called love. She doesn't want anything to happen to her family. So you see that Rose wants the fence to build around her family, to be protected, to be together under one umbrella, love, without any problem from anywhere. So she wants to keep her loved one protected inside her family. Now what about Troy? Troy, for him, building that fence, for him is to keep out unwanted things for him. Keep out challenges. And we have two major things that challenge him in the play. You see Troy being challenged by Mr. Death and also Corey. Corey is his son. How come? We see him narrating constantly how he battles Mr. Death. He tells the story often, how he's encountered Mr. Death when he was sick in the hospital for 3 days. And he encountered this Mr. Death, and he's able to win Mr. Death using his baseball skill to describe how he defeats Mr. Death. Then again, we also see him taunting Death. Come now, you're not going to do anything to me. You're not going to do anything to me. He now says, Mr. Death, anytime you're going to come again, you will stay outside the fence and not within the fence. Look at him now, that anything he doesn't want is supposed to stay outside the fence. So that's how he tells Mr. Death. And we see him taunting them when Alberta died. Alberta is his girlfriend. He used to have an extramarital affair with Alberta. So when she dies, he says, Mr. Death, next time you get ready, come for me. But if you come, I'm not going to give in easily. Come, you face me. You're not going to touch another person but me. You know? trying to fight that you're going to stay outside the fence and not within the fence. Then again, we see him when he has problem with Corey. He tells Corey that he should leave his house and stay outside the fence because Corey challenges because of the problem they are having in the family. The first one he calls strike 1, the second time he calls it strike 2, and the third time that's strike out. That's when he tells him, oh yeah, out of the fence, don't even try to come into this fence. So you see Troy keeping the things that he do not want outside the fence. Then also have Troy and Rose. Troy succeeds in building a fence between him and his wife. How? You know, we are talking about fences. How is it related to the story? And initially, the fence we talked about here is a physical fence. Then you now see that another fences are being built. Psychological fence, emotional fences. In Troy and Rose's case, Troy betrays the wife with who? Alberta, who eventually gives him a child. He has an extramarital affair with Alberta and produces a child. So by doing that, he succeeds in building a fence between him and the wife. We see a conflict now because the family is not intact as it used to be. Then again, we see Troy again erecting fence between him and Corey. How come? He did not want Corey to play in the football league in his college. Why? Because he did not have the opportunity of doing that during his own era. Because the white man did not select the black man during that time. There is the issue of racism. So because of that experience, now when the son says, I want to join my school football league, he says no, he's not going to have it because he doesn't have it anywhere in his mind that the white man has anything good for the black man. So he says, no, you're not going to do that. You will stay here. Go and look for other things to do, not to join in that football. So in doing this now, he even goes behind him to tell his coach, Zellman, not to allow him to play again. So you see a conflict now between him and the son. Then again, when he tries to manhandle the mother, Troy's mother, after telling him that he's having an affair with Alberta, Corey also challenges the father. You see a problem in the family. The son now standing up to his father. So Troy also succeeded in erecting a fence between him and the son. Then again, we see Bono and Troy. Bono is Troy's friend. In this context now, we see fence as a promise fulfilled. As a promise fulfilled. When he's erecting his fence, his friend tells him to continue to make sure that he finishes the fence quickly enough. Troy now reminds him, what of you? Your wife tells you to buy her refrigerator. For so long now, she's been disturbing you to buy that refrigerator and you refuse. And now you're telling me to fulfill my own responsibility. Bono now said, okay, if that's the case, the day you finish this fence, I'm going to fulfill this promise to my wife. And he did exactly that. So we now see fence as a promise fulfilled by friends. Then again, when Bono succeeds in getting that position of a driver in his company, you know, in those days, in a company where you see white man and the black man is not normally given a higher position. So this Troy now, he goes to the manager, why is it that the black man cannot drive a vehicle? You only have to be lifting the garbages. Why? They thought that he has landed himself into a problem, but eventually he's given that position. So when he now eventually gets the position, he doesn't have time to now discuss with his friend. They now see just once in a while. So you now see by getting that position, he now creates a rift between their friendship. Alright, then the last one here is racism. The racism is also a major fence in this text because there is segregation between the whites and the black, making a fence to be between them. Just like Maxon's name, imaginary line between the slave states and the free states. So there is a demarcation between the whites and the black. So if you're able to write these points and give them in detail, at least you have succeeded in telling us that there are evidence of fences both physical and emotional fences, and they play. Alright, so today we'll talk about the things. That's the moral lesson from the play. What are the central message from the play? And you have them listed here. You have American dream, dreams and hopes, betrayal, mortality, fences, racism, and others. So if you happen to go through the play, you will see these things recurring inside the play. You see them featuring inside the play. American dream. This one is associated with Mr. Troy. You see, the play portrays an American generation growing up in the post-World War II. They lived through hardship and struggle to realize the American ideal life of liberty. They live through struggles, but they want to live a life of peace, a life of freedom. So you see most of them escaping from the South, like Southside Chicago, to the northern part of America, where they want to see brighter future, not becoming only farmers and working for the whites without having anything to show for it. So most of them leave that place to the other place, but they paid the price for it. Somebody like Troy is one of the people that lived through his father's oppression. The father oppressed him. The father, we are told, is not able to maintain his wives. He's so wicked that eventually all the wives have to leave him with 11 children. And Troy also he wants to escape this hardship, seeking for a greener pasture. What happened? He escapes, goes to the city, but it's really tough for him. He has to live his life through stealing. That eventually lands himself in the prison for 15 years. But when he gets out, luckily for him, he's able to learn the baseball inside the prison. Alright? Struggling to become a man, to live life of happiness and freedom, not under somebody now. So you see him striving. Eventually, he meets Rose and starts his own family. Then again, but it's not that easy for him. It's not that all the money he's been making is only enough for him to cater for the family. That's the daily bread. Not even to build a house. The money he is building a house is the money that comes from Gabriel, his younger brother, who is mentally deranged because of the World War II. From World War II, he's mentally deranged. The money that the government's using in compensating him, that's the money he used in building his own house. You see him still struggling to achieve American dream through struggles. Alright? Then amidst his achievements, there exists conflict within his family due to what? The scars from the previous era. He's trying to make a good family. He's still living in the past, inflicting pain inside his family, causing conflicts inside his family. Then again, he believes that the head he has achieved in his life is the best. That what he has achieved after his struggles, that the extent he has achieved in life is the best, is the highest, but it's not meant to be. That's why at times he dissuades his son. You getting me? Alright? Without knowing that the coming generation they are still meant to achieve greater dreams than the ones that he already achieved. Alright? So that's about American dream. Then we also have dreams and hopes. In this play, we have characters like Troy, Rose, Corey, and Lions. They have aspirations, they have dreams. Troy has a fulfilled dream and unfulfilled dream. He achieved his family. But on the other hand, the dream that he did not achieve, he wants to be because of the racism or because he has grown over age. That's why he's not able to play. And that's why he discourages his son from enrolling. Then again, we see Corey, his dream is to become a footballer. But the father dashes this dream because of his past experience. So we now see how the dreams of the previous generation can damage the dreams of the next generation. However, Corey at last succeeded in becoming a United States Marine officer, deviating from that his previous dream. Then again, we see Rose. She dreams to have a peaceful home. A peaceful home. Initially, when Troy wants to marry her, she sees in Troy a responsible man, a caring man, the man that can take care of his family. Unlike what is obtainable, you see man abandoning their family, or like the family she comes from, there's a lot of half brothers, half sisters in her family, and she doesn't want that kind of family in her own. She needs security in family, and she sees that kind of threat in Troy. That's why she marries him. But at the end, what did she get? A shattered end. After 18 years of marriage, Troy succeeded in damaging that her dream by having an illicit affair. Not only that, bringing a child from that extramarital affair. But Rose, being a caring lady, she accepts Renel and takes care of the child, despite the fact that her dreams has been wounded somehow. Then we have betrayal. Betrayal in the play is linked to the characters of Troy to Gabriel, Troy to Corey, Troy to Rose, Troy to Bono. You see everything, Troy. So Troy betrays a lot of people in this play. Alright? You see, in the beginning, okay, let me start from his father, the previous generation. We see Troy's father scolding him for fooling around with his girlfriend. What happens? He beats him and chases him out, only to rape that particular girlfriend. What a betrayal of the son. Then again, we see that kind of thing repeating in Troy's own family now. Troy, initially, he used to blame the government that give him only peanuts. The person that he goes to war, fights for you, and is mentally deranged, they're only giving him peanuts. But that peanuts is the one he used in buying this house. Eventually, what happens? He betrays that his brother Gabriel. What did he do? He signs a paper that confines him in the hospital, mental hospital. Why? Because part of the money allotted for him will be going to the hospital, and part of the money will be coming to Troy. So when the wife confronts him, say he didn't even know what the content of the paper says. It could be true, it could be lie. All we know is that Troy has a trait of selfishness in him. So he betrays the brother by signing him to be in the hospital instead of him to be moving around. Then again, we'll see him betraying Corey. He goes behind him. You know, he's been asking him to sign this paper for him to enable him to enroll. He refuses. He even goes behind him to tell Zelman not to allow him to play in the football team again. That's a betrayal. We also see him betraying his wife, Rose, by having an extramarital affair. We also see him betraying Bono, his friend. Initially, Bono will tell him, I used to see you around this girl, Alberta. Know what you are doing? So, Alberta, no. I used to buy drinks for everybody. I don't have any private business, Alberta. You know why I'm telling you? Rose is a nice woman. I don't want you to have anything. I don't want you to do anything that's going to hurt her feeling. You know, he would deny. There's nothing, I don't have any private business with this woman, Alberta. But eventually what happens? He gets her pregnant and betrays the wife's trust. And this also hurts Bono's feeling, because he used to hold Troy at high extent. You know, he's his role model right from their days in the prison. He used to look at him and say, I will follow this man, he knows what he's doing. But now what happens? He now betrays that particular trust. Alright? Then we also see mortality. In this play, we see two actual deaths. The death of Alberta and the death of Troy in the play. Alright, so these are the two actual deaths that occurred in this play. Then we also see faces. I've talked about a lot of things concerning faces in this play. Then we also see racism. I also say something about racism, the oppression of the blacks by the whites. All right. making them to be responding to their. But we see at the time of this play, there has been progress. There has been progress in racism, in race relation, as at that particular time. If we were in the 1930s, oh boy, a black man cannot sit with a white man in the same eatery house, in the same vehicle. But as at the time this play is written, there has been some progress. To the extent that Troy is made to drive a van. That's progress. Even Troy is also reporting that the blacks and whites are now playing together in the same league. That his father should give him chance. But the father, because he's hot, because of the previous experiences, he refuses to believe it. But as at the time there has been progress, he's blinded by his previous experience. So he did not want to accept the fact there has been progress. Alright? So I think we'll stop here. Next time we'll continue from the characters and right into the poem we'll have for the term. Then, but not without giving you something to write, because in literature you have to write. You must write. So, write. Please comment on okay, how can you describe Troy Manson? Please write this. Keep yourself busy. Attempt other questions relating to this particular play. Thank you.